Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Do you have your coffee this morning? So, I titled this, let's bring up the chat over here so I can see you. Let's talk about guilt. And I was just thinking about things that hold you back. And sometimes it's guilt and shame and regret. And before I go on, if you want to know when I'm doing any classes or any lives, get on my newsletter because I'll definitely tell you in there. Sure, you can keep an eye on Facebook and when I schedule events, but we can't rely on that, can we? We know this. So, shame and guilt and regret. And as I was browsing Facebook, I saw somebody's post that said, notice that the trees don't hang on to their leaves. They're dropping their leaves. The leaves, some of my trees already have all their leaves gone. And the prime of the beautiful color is right now, and some of it is past. What's next? The leaves are dropping. The trees are preparing, and the animals are scuttering and preparing for winter. So when you get ready for a season, and in order to be open to opportunity and what's around you, you have to let go of that baggage, right? And how do you do that? Good morning, JT. I know you are. You're my biggest YouTube fan. Just kidding. I do have I have this one video that gets like a ton of comments. I have to go back and actually answer some questions, but I don't know, it's interesting. YouTube is interesting because once one video starts to get a few comments and a few likes, they start to, TikTok does that too. It's kind of crazy. Speaking of TikTok, I did start a TikTok for beginners, and I did my first little lesson and I showed people how to set up their TikTok. So if you want to be in that, ask me or just go to my links page. There's a link there. You can click the link and invite yourself into the group because I haven't done the second lesson yet, we haven't even done a video yet. But I'm going to show you next how to do super easy video, super easy. So you start getting some content out there. Anyway, so I was thinking about guilt, right? Guilt and shame. Moms are super good at feeling guilty. Moms are really good at making our children feel guilty. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Marketers are good at pulling at that guilt too. Yeah. Because if you don't have that tool and you don't have that talent, you don't have that particular skill, you're doing it wrong, they tell you. I'm telling you that there is no wrong. There is only you stepping forward and learning and doing. and helping people, right? So moms are really good at making people feel guilty and really good at hanging on to the guilt. So when I first had, and I don't know if you can relate, but when you have children and you go to work, you feel guilty when you drop them off at daycare. You feel like I should be the one that's taking care of my own children, right? On the other hand, when you stay at home and you choose to not go make a living, you feel guilty that you're not contributing to the family. Am I right? I bent over backwards to try and balance this guilt, right? I shortened my hours at work and I wasn't going to let go of my job. But dropping off my kids every day at daycare was painful. It was painful. Hanging on to that guilt is more painful, don't you think? And I've been doing a lot of reading, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I'm not a neuroscientist, and I don't. He's not even. Let's see. I got to see what people are saying over here. I see a bunch of comments. Oh, I didn't mean to click show. Sorry. Oh, yeah. It is. It was hard. Well, my kids are teens now, and my son went away to college. I did the best I could. And yes, that was not easy. I could get teary-eyed just thinking about it because it was not easy. I hated dropping off my kids. But it turned out okay. I did, I spent a lot of time with my kids, and I'm not gonna feel guilty about it because I did the best I could. And yeah, so did my mom. And, so do most moms. If your kids are thriving, they're learning, they're growing, it's okay. You're doing okay. You're doing the best you can. Most of us are. And sometimes people will throw stones at each other. Mothers are bad at throwing stones at each other. They're very judgmental. Very judgmental. You don't know what people are going through, right? You don't know. And here's another form of guilt that goes around the marketplace. The media really pulls at it. And here's what they do. They make you feel guilty, or if they don't agree with what you think, they use some form of ist and label you, making you feel like you are a bad person. You're not. So that's what was on my heart today. I don't want you to feel guilty. And going back to what I was reading, I guess our brains actually get addicted to the chemicals that whatever our body puts out. We actually get addicted to those chemicals. And so that's why we kind of keep creating the same patterns, because we crave those chemicals. So we keep doing that to ourselves. The good news is that we can stop it, right? We can stop the programming in our own brains and become. We can learn, we can grow, we can become something new. We can shed those dead leaves and let the bright, shiny snow cover us until we come out in the spring. Oh. So, as I was browsing the internet, because sometimes when something pops into my brain, I'm like, yeah, I want to talk about that. Let's talk about that. Sometimes I'll browse the internet, and I found a blog post, and she talks about several things on here and ends with prayer. But some of her reflections on guilt is that sometimes we don't want to admit. Sometimes we don't want to admit that it's our fault, that we're doing this to ourselves, right? I mean, I just did that. I was like, let's blame the marketers and the media. Well, I don't have to take those labels. I don't have to take them in. I can choose to be me. Speaking of that, in my newsletter last night, I wrote to you, if you didn't see it. And one of the fears that people have in this home business is being who you are out loud. That's scary. It's scary. It's scary to come out here and be who you are. You think that a million people are watching you, but you know what? Tell you what, I've got, maybe 4, maybe 5. I don't know. But it is 7 a.m. Doesn't matter. Somebody needs to hear what you have to say. And then, after we admit that everything is our fault, is true actually, everything in your reality is, hey, I have a person from Hawaii. Do you know Ho'oponopono? It's become my mantra. It's become my mantra, and I think it's quite powerful and amazing. So look it up if you don't know what it is. And it's basically that, yeah, you are responsible. Thank you, Norman. So the next thing is on her, what she mentions is regrets. And sometimes our guilt, and yes, we are responsible for everything, right? Sometimes our guilt stems from regrets. Like, I could flog myself that I didn't get everything done yesterday that I wanted to get done. I didn't do my TikTok lesson yesterday that I wanted to do live in my group. I could sit here and say, shame on Ginny, and flog myself. But what use? What is useful about that? Is that moving me forward? No, it's not, right? It's not. So yesterday's gone. again, just like the guilt, we got to let it go. We can look at it, say, yeah, okay, I feel guilty. Okay. By the way, Ray Williams taught me this. He's amazing. If you need help reprogramming your brain, go see him. Anyway, we can look at it, acknowledge it. It's harder to make things go away that you don't acknowledge. Say, okay, I feel guilty, but now what am I going to do, right? And I think last week we talked about turning complaints into intent. And maybe we can do the same with our guilt, right? So, what's the next word on my list here? Feeling shame. She's saying that feeling shame is different from guilt, but I don't know. And then, of course, forgiveness. Forgiveness is a big one. Be kind to yourself. You're doing the best you can. That's my big message today. You're doing the best you can. Yes, we can always do better. Yes, we can always improve ourselves, but give yourself some grace. And this message is for me too, right? That's why I even talk to you, is because sometimes it's a message from myself. Give yourself some grace. You're doing the best you can. We have kids that need our time. We have bosses that need our time. We have husbands that need our time. We have moms and dads that need our time. And that's okay. We're doing the best we can, right? I hope that helps. It helps me. So get on my newsletter. I took away my caption, didn't I? When I clicked Colleen's, right here. There's my website. And you can't see it on Instagram, but it's in my profile. We have a weekly webinar coming up, and my mentor, who has absolutely made a lot of money in this industry, is going to be showing us exactly how she does it. She's going to show us her plan and how she did it. So you should come, definitely. It's the weekly marketing in my links. So, thank you, Norman. Yes. Let yesterday go and focus on today. Focus on what you can do right now, right? Every step is a step forward. All right. Well, enjoy your coffee. I like you coming to have coffee with me. The webinar? You want to know if the webinar will be on YouTube? No, but it's a Zoom. It's a Zoom broadcast. So, you'll join the Zoom and be a part of the audience in the webinar. So when you register, you'll get a Zoom link. So if I would register, and if you don't have Zoom installed on your device, you might want to get registered and get it downloaded. But it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And yes, there will be an offer. There's always an offer. Of course. That's why they're doing webinars. But I guarantee you, every time she opens her mouth, I learn something. And yeah, I listen to everything she puts out. So just saying. Okay. I love you guys. I love you. You're doing your best. Keep moving forward. Because every little baby step is getting you that much closer. right? Maybe it takes a while. Sometimes it does. That's okay. So, I'll see you later. Boy, I have enough time to make my video in TikTok. So if you're not in that group, I'm probably just gonna switch and go live in there. So, yeah. Yeah, if you didn't sign up for my newsletter, JT, that's where I share a lot of that kind of stuff. And I'll be listening in. You're unclear how. Oh. Well, you can see my link, right? learnwithginny.com/links. There is here, I'll tell you exactly what it says. You go to learnwithginny.com/links. Oh, it went to win. Whoops. Links. There we go. Free weekly marketing training, it says. That's the button that will get you to the registration for the webinar. And if you just want to get on my newsletter, then all you got to do is click the first button that says get helpful tips and inspiration in my newsletter. So, does that help? If I type it like this on YouTube, you should be able to click it. I think. www.learnwithginny. By the way, there's a little techie tip that somebody told me. And I was amazed because I am kind of techie, but I didn't know this. If you put HTTPS in front of the link, it makes it clickable on YouTube. Hopefully. It has a check mark on YouTube, JT, so you should see it there. All right. I got to go. I want to make this TikTok video for my friends. So I'm going to be live in that group next. I'll go check if there's new members. So we'll see you later. That's on my links too, by the way. I'm going to end my stream over here first.